first set of the day will be played on the Belshire Vestige. Spawning in the top left-hand position as the blue Protoss player from Evil Genius's Team Liquid. His name is JYP, initials for his name, and also, I believe, a famous music artist in Korea.
Yeah. His opponent spawns as red Protoss on the bottom right-hand position. His name is Stats, playing for KT Roaster. Initials for the famous Korean musician and also the name of the entertainment group that he founded.
Is it Jungyoung Park?
Park Jin-young. Yeah, Jin-young Park.
Not even close.
Close. You got two letters, right?
I don't know.
2 out of 3.
Yeah, I guess 2 out of 3. Well, that's 66%, and
that's not fail. That's a pass.
I guess so. Anything in the 60s to me is failing.
Well,
yeah.
For Asians, anything in the 80s, anything below 90 is failure.
Anything below 98% is failure to Asians.
Yeah. Oh man, I had hard childhood, man, because my parents were always saying, you have to get the 100 no matter what. I don't care if you studied or not, you have to get the 100.
Wow, man, your parents must have been really Asian.
No, I'm only exaggerating over here.
Oh, okay.
I know some friends who cried because they didn't get 100 on the test.
Well, hey, there comes to a point where you just like need to slap them and say, "Get a hold of yourself."
We did.
Okay, good.
We did.
What did they get? Like a 99?
Yeah.
Ah.
They actually did, and they started crying. We're like, dude, what's wrong with you? You got a 99. You did better than everyone else in the class, and you're still crying?
No.
I mean, that's the environment that I grew up in, so.
Well, you know, in this game here, still don't know what each player is going to do yet as far as their tech choices. They're certainly not going to proxy, because they would have done that by now, as far as the gateway proxies go. But still, the Stargate proxies are certainly something that could happen here. And it is Pro League, though, and a lot of players do end up going for the scouting the proxies.
Well, I have to double check on Stats' count because the observer was counting out the number of probes inside the each simulator. 2 for JYP. However, I think I saw 3 from Stats.
No. Okay, well now, yeah, JYP is up to 3 now on each guy's as well.
Which is a regular timing from our Protoss player, EGTL, while Stats, okay, he's also going for the regular scout on the left side of the map.
Alright. Now, we've seen a lot of fast expand builds in PvP nowadays.
Yes.
It's becoming almost the most common opening, but there's still a lot of Twilight Council openings that happen, occasional Stargates, and the Robos are actually really rare.
Robos are really rare, but I have to say Stargate is the best decision if you see an early expand from your opponent.
Interesting pylon locations for JYP here, but I guess it just means he doesn't plan on scouting here. And Stats also just making sure his opponent's not up to anything sneaky here. JYP, he's got a probe over there, but he's going to have to go ahead and run that away.
He's actually getting a third gateway behind this, so he's going to go... What do you think he's going to go for? A 3-gate pressure or just expand right in after this?
Well, he's getting 2 Stalkers right now. I'm pretty sure he's going to go for the 3-gate pressure. Stats, on the other hand, he's getting the Twilight Council. Could be going for the Dark Templar or go for the Blink Stalkers. This is going to be a little bit risky for JYP if Stats decides to not go for the Blink Stalkers, but he's getting 2 additional gateways right now, so it does look like eventually he will move into that Blink Stalker tech.
And JYP actually getting a slightly delayed Stargate. Usually players go for the Stargate after the 2 gateways instead of the 3rd gateway going down.
Yeah, a bit of an older build, actually, I want to say, from the earlier stages of Heart of the Swarm, where they'd get the gateways just to be extra safe, and then go ahead, grab that Stargate. It looks like the pylon here from JYP has been seen by the Hallucinated Phoenix, so that's going to certainly put Stats on the defensive and kind of let him know what's up here. And even the Hallucinated Phoenix seeing those 2 additional Stalkers. JYP, though, warping in 3 Zealots here.
He's saving all the gas right now for the Stargate units while applying heavy pressure against his opponent, so Blink is still not finished for Stats as he is forced to defend inside the main base.
Ooh, Stats could have actually won up that ramp, or JYP could have won up that ramp there, but there's 2 sentries. Definitely does not want to go for that now, and JYP going for a bit of a delayed Oracle here. Not sure what he plans on really accomplishing with this because Stats knows exactly what's going on.
Well, he's going to try to draw out the forces at the natural, and while he's engaging at the ramp, he's going to try to kill a lot of probes inside the main base. which is not a bad idea from JYP. However, the Stalkers are positioned so close to the Nexus that the Oracle is not going to do that much damage.
Oh,
and look at this!
Very
really
smart
smart
by JYP. Moves in there, snipes the Mothership Core, and he's going to lose a few Zealots here, actually. Not sure if this overall trade was worth it.
Well, he did force the Nexus Cannon and did kill the Mothership Core, which means that if the Oracle walks inside the main base right now, then Stats is not going to have anything to defend against the Oracle. The problem is, if Stats is well defended against this attack, then JYP is going to be behind in tech.
Yeah. And making a Void Ray behind this, I think JYP realizing that he's kind of in a bit of a defensive position now. He could harass with that Oracle. It's going to come down to, is Stats going to try to move across the map, commit to this attack? Here comes the Oracle.
And he is moving out on the map. Stats, I think, barely realized, but he does have some defensive Stalkers back at the main base.
Yeah, I feel like the overall opening from JYP, not the best decision here. I think it would have been better for him to just try to go for a faster expand. And a third pylon getting picked off here. JYP is really just falling behind.
I have to say, he really wanted to make this work. He really wanted to make this work. That's the reason why he put multiple pylons at the natural. And with a lot of pylons being picked off, with his opponent having the Blink going for the Robo and Nexus at the same time. Yes, the probe count is similar between the two players, but Stats is going to skyrocket in terms of economy.
Yeah, I think that JYP needs to take an expansion behind this or go for a really big all-in with the Void Rays and Immortals. I don't really see much other options for him at this point, and yeah, not getting any expansion yet.
Well, he doesn't have enough minerals to take an expansion.
No.
Just
I did see him save up some. I think maybe he wanted to try to trick his opponent into making him think, all right, I'm going to take an expansion soon, man.
Yeah, well, the problem is he doesn't have Blink, his opponent does, and he has nothing to break the force field, which means that Stats can contain his opponent JYP inside the main base for such a long time.
Yeah, the scenario here for JYP, it's not ideal, certainly not ideal here, because Stats, he's got his expansion up now. Their supplies are actually pretty even here, but don't forget that the 4 extra supplies from that Void Ray is eating up a lot of extra supplies, and there's still this Oracle here as well. And JYP has not spotted the expansion of his opponent as well. That's something else important to point out.
Yeah, so JYP needs to make something happen, either just break out, go for an attack, and take an expansion right after, or just go for the counter attack and win the game. The Twilight Council, I have to say, is tad bit late from JYP. He should have tried to go for the Blink a long time ago, as soon as he realized that his pressure didn't do as much damage.
Well, JYP now has access to Robotech, he's got access to Twilight Tech, and he also has Stargate. Alright, so JYP trying to pick off a few workers here, gets 2, and the Stalkers are going to get that Oracle down to 50 health, but it does escape at least for now, so it's important for JYP to keep that alive. Ooh, I like this though. Going to send the Zealots across the map and try to do a little bit of economic damage here while Stats contains his opponent. And actually, this is around the time where Stats needs to think about, kind of going back home and being a little bit more defensive.
Well, he knows that his opponent doesn't have that much tech available because he saw the Stargate, he saw the Robo units coming out, so Blink is not going to be finished anytime soon. That's the reason why Stats is sitting over there. And if there's a counterattack coming, okay, I'm just going to recall back to the main base and I'll be completely fine. Oh. In fact, there is a War Prison drop, but that's just too many units at the natural.
Alright, JYP is moving out with his units here, dropping his singles out there, and the Oracle gets picked off here. I don't know, it's nothing that JYP is doing, that he's trying to do here is actually really working out.
Well, the only thing that has to work out at this point is pick up the Mothership Core before anything else. Even the War Prism getting picked off inside the main base, which means he's not going to have that much reinforcement units coming out. And with the Nexus Cannon, Stats is well fortified at the natural.
It's actually a little bit sad to see the scenario here right now. JYP, he's tried a lot of different things this game, and just none of them have really worked out at all for him. Stats just playing very solid, very safe, taking his expansion, going for the Blink opening, and he's been able to just secure a very nice advantage here. Forward Blink from Stats, and he's just going to pick off more and more units here. We do have a second time warp there, but it doesn't even matter. Mothership Core has been picked off, and I think Stats can actually just go and kill his opponent now. He's up 40 workers to 27. There's JYP just really far behind.
Yeah, JYP tried to make everything work, except nothing really worked out for him throughout the whole game. And now with number of Blink Stalkers, the Void Ray goes down, and the Immortals are just charging in. Remember, JYP does have the Blink, but it doesn't matter as the stock count is similar between the two players.
Yep, it's 70 to 104 supply here. Nexus has been canceled. Forward Blink goes down to try to get better positioning. Nice forward time warp there from Stats as well. Going to pick off these units to the best of his ability. Even a second time warp going down in the same spot. think that was a little bit more of just teasing than anything else, and eventually JYP, his Stalkers are going to fall here. His defense has been actually pretty good based on the scenario he's been in here, but I just don't think it's enough. Additional Stalkers blinking forward. GG is called. Stats taking game number 1.
This is the power of the winner of MLG Korea qualifiers as he defends against JYP's attack really well, goes for a counterattack, and wins the game easily against his opponent JYP.
I have to say I'm actually a little bit disappointed in JYP's play there. It didn't seem like his preparation for that match was really really good, or whatever he did, Stats knew what he was going to try to do and just completely countered everything. So the score is now 1-0 with KT taking a quick lead here. The next match is going to be Hero versus Flash. So stick around, guys. We'll be right back after this commercial break.